Andrea, how do you structure blog posts for your estate agency?
But what you don't do is put War and Peace on a page with all the details of everything else. Too many tips in one post is way too confusing, and that's one of the biggest mistakes I see agents make.
Okay.
Also we've talked a lot about the we and you scenario. Make sure it is client-led, not estate agency-led.
So what you're saying there is don't use the word we.
Yes. Knock it out. You can use it in certain parts, but it's got to be client focused. It's all about you.
No us.
Yes, it's you and yours are what needs to dominate. But then where to start? Now, a lot of people will start haggling over the title. They'll start contemplating what the title should be. They stop and stall because they can't work out the right title. Ignore the title.
I agree.
Ignore it completely.
I agree.
Start with the content. Get the content right. The title will come. But your blog post also needs a beginning, a middle, and an end. People will skim read that first paragraph. If you've not given them a hint about what you're going to cover and grab their attention in that first paragraph, they ain't going to read your little bit of blurb in the middle. So leave that for when you go and do waffle and go on do all your other stuff. But make sure that first paragraph is nice and powerful and punchy and brings exactly home what's in it for them in that first paragraph.
Okay, so how long should a blog post be?
Now controversial question. Now, if you speak to SEO experts or Google I think is something like, I can't remember, it's like ridiculous, like 20,000 words or something. But that's just for SEO purposes. To me, I always say a blog post should be written how natural it feels. And I think if you get too het up with how long or how short it is, you're not focusing on what really matters, and that is what you are trying to say. I think you write it, if it feels natural at 600 words, that's where leave it. Mm-hmm. If it feels natural at 400 words, leave it. But make it interesting. Don't keep going on and on to make it longer.
But what about ideas for blog posts? Have you got any tips on that?
Well, I've just released the 101 blog post ideas guide, which...
is there somewhere where people can download that?
Yeah, they can just email andrea@citruscontent.com and we're happy to send a copy.
You're just going to spam them then, aren't you?
Absolutely not. No.
So
we'll come on to that. We'll come on to that later. Okay. Yeah. But,
so you're guaranteeing if someone emails you, you'll send it and they won't...
Send it.
Okay. Guys, when I give a lot of stuff out away for free, you'll be amazed the amount of people that read your article and never ask for it. We're giving this away for free. You might say, well, hold on a second. Why are you giving 101 blog posts away for free?
Why?
About that. Why?
Why? Because people really struggle with it, and I generally want to help. And it's one of the biggest frustrations agents have is thinking of ideas. Now, as we know, we've done many challenges, and I always whip your bum doing it. I can think of ideas all the time for estate agents. I don't struggle with ideas. I mean, I don't know how many hundreds, and the same with you, hundreds and hundreds of blog posts we've written over the years, but yet we still find a new way and a new take. And bear in mind, I might be writing the same type of, or the same subject to our posts for 6 or 7 different agents, and each one of those will be 100% bespoke. The actual core key message might be the same.
Because we've talked about the tone, the voice, which we talked about in the previous video. Check it out, guys.
Yeah, so each one will have their own different voice. So each blog post will be unique in that way, but each one will be different, but it'll be still on the same subject. So,
yes.
Things can be done in various ways and various things, but there's so many ideas out there. The 101 blog post guide, there's actually more than 101 blog post ideas in there. And
give us a few examples that you've got in there.
Oh, there's things about home staging in there, which are really... You've got buying ideas, you've got selling ideas, there's a few lettings ideas in there, but it could be anything from how to make a house feel like a home, to tips for first-time buyers, to difference between the listed, the listed properties, grade 2 listed, what that's going to mean, period versus contemporary, which way should I go? Okay. I could go on. I mean, there's a camera there, photography, books. There's the whole thing about Marie Kondo at the moment because she's all over the place doing all the decluttering stuff. There's people going on about, should we have too many books? But I'm passionate about books. I'd never let any of my books go. So So storage, storage solutions, how to make your storage look great. I mean, there's just so many ideas everywhere. Lighting, artwork. There we go.
I think the magic thing is just basically write down where I think a lot of people go wrong is they have one blog post and try and fit it up with too much.
That's
when
exactly it.
When in reality, you could do one on lighting, one on photography, and it's not top 10 tips, not top 10 tips for choosing an estate agent, because no one cares about that. Talk about how you can improve the value of your home. Huge tip for you out here, for you guys out there. If you want to get more people to read your articles, put the name of your town in the blog title.
Mm-hmm.
So, how you should use lighting to sell your home should be how to use your lighting to sell your Droitwich home.
Yeah.
And you could take the word Droit, because all of a sudden it makes it just specific for Droitwich.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you use that technique, but it works very well. And a huge tip for you, I'll share this one with you. Photography goes with your blog post. Take a photograph of a road sign with your name of your town in. And when people are scrolling by, they see the name of the town and they stop. Because I live there. There you go. Anything else you want to add to that?
I think don't overcomplicate things. I think agents are very good at overcomplicating it. And as you said, they try and put too much in one blog post. I always advocate what I call the breakdown method, where you take one element of your service and you write down everything that's involved in that element of the service. And then you look at each one of those elements and can you break that down? And you keep going until you go as far as you can go. And then when you look at it, every single one of those points is a blog post.
There you go. Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you.